What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad? And, I mean, shit, this isn't a league battle. Anyways, what is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad, and welcome back to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire live Wi-Fi battle against Bidoof, or Bidoof Crazy Vid. Link to his Twitter and YouTube channel will be in the description. Let me lock my door so no one interrupts. Link to his YouTube channel and well, the link to his YouTube channel and Twitter will be in the description, so you give that man a follow. And quickly, I'll go over my team. So I just set myself to here. Here's my party here. And first of all, let's see what my opponent is bringing. I'm probably going to take a picture of his team. Get my phone up. So he is bringing, let me just get my phone up so I can take a picture of it. There we go. So my opponent is bringing Victini, Scizor, Breloom, Sylveon, Rotom-Wash, and Kyurem-B. While me, on the other hand, I am bringing, look at that beautiful transition. I want to give a shout out to Jack for helping me set up OBS to do this. We got Megalodios, Volcanion, Donphan, Scizor, Clefable, and Zapdos. And looking at his team, I'm going to go put that up here again. Looking at his team, I'm thinking he's either going to lead with Victini, Rotom, he has multiple lead areas, Victini, Rotom, Scizor, and Kyurem. Breloom is also a potential lead due to Spore. I think I'm gonna lead with my, yeah, I'm gonna lead with Voltaire. I think I'm gonna do that, so that looks like a good idea. So let's get right into this first live Wi-Fi battle on the channel. So that's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button down below, as your support is greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's just do this. Let's see how well I can fare in my first live Wi-Fi battle in a while. So I'm gonna lead with Zapdos here, as he's going to lead with the Rotom. So that's a pretty decent lead matchup on both ends, I think. So he can see that I am static Zapdos and not the what's it called, the pressure, so he knows I'm the Gen 6 one and not Defog. And looks like my Jenner didn't PP max my moves. That's an issue. I want to see if all my mons actually have that problem. Let's see, check moves. No, you have everything, you have everything, you have everything. Okay, I'll just tell him about it afterward. But yes, yeah, I think I'm just gonna Volt Switch out of here and figure out what type of Rotom this is, if it's Bidoof or Fizdef. It's obviously a defensive variant, and that looks like physically defensive Rotom in my opinion. So let's see what's this. Huh. Okay, so let's see. What do I switch into this Rotom? He's probably gonna Volt Switch himself. I'm gonna make a risky play into, what does he have? Latias isn't the safest yet. I could go into Scizor, but I risk getting burnt, and I don't want to do that. So Volcanion, that's a Volt. I'm gonna go into the Wheel, expecting him to Volt Switch on my defensive. So let's see how that goes. Sorry, I just gotta do something with the hand. Yep, predicted that Volt Switch really nicely. He is the Leftovers variant and probably physically defensive. So there we go. Let's see. What do I do here? I could expect the Hydro switching into Volcanion. Could go into Latias on the Will-O-Wisp. Could go into Clefable on the Will-O-Wisp. We just want to see. And Magikarp. Could go into Maribel. I'm gonna go into Maribel. Could pull a triple. Faster than the Rotom in case if he switched. I know that I'm faster than the Rotom, so I think he stayed in and went for a Hydro Pump. Good, and he missed. Oh, that is very unfortunate. I'm sorry about that, Bidoof. That kind of happened. I'm sorry about that. That really is unfortunate. I'm sorry if I'm looking down, but my DS screen is down there. I could always use the buttons and stuff, but I could expect a Volt Switch right here and go for the Thunder Wave. I could predict a Hard Switch into the. I could predict a Hard Switch, but I think I'm just gonna predict the Volt Switch and go for a Thunder Wave on one. Should have checked the charge on my headset right there. Sorry about that lack of audio at that moment. But I guess he got the prediction there. He went for the Thunder Wave. That's a very nice play on his part. I think my safest play, let's see if he Volt Switches. I'm going to click Flamethrower, predicting the Scizor to come out. Very nice. Okay, so he's not afraid of this Rotom. So, let's see. I'm going to go for Flamethrower here. I'm going to reveal the Flamethrower, which is kind of unfortunate. I wonder, will he expect to switch into Volcanion? My Volcanion is Max. I believe it's Max HP. I'm gonna get up my set over on here, the other monitor here, so I can just keep track. Yes, mine is Max Speed, or Max HP. I'm thinking since he's Thunder Wave, it's gonna be a bit tricky. He doesn't have a Volt Switch immunity, so I'm gonna switch into Zapdos here and see how that goes. Now my Zapdos is an offensive Zapdos, for Spadef. So we'll see how that goes. He goes for Hydro Pump. He does connect it, which is very lucky on his part. I know I'm playing a bit wacky, I'd say. And he has gotten a lot of HP back. So I think on this turn, I'm just going to Thunderbolt his Rotom and see how much it can do. I don't know how. To me, it doesn't look like Rotom is the. Oh, and he lives. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Oh, and he. Oh, Dude, that's so unfortunate. You would have taken out my Zapdos right there. That is very unfortunate on my opponent's end. I could try to preserve this because I don't see a Stealth Rocker on his team, so I could just Volt Switch and then come in on something weaker, like maybe the Scizor, and then Roost on the Scizor. That's an option because he can expect the what's it called? Like, he could expect the Heat Wave to come out because he's only seen T-Bolt and Volt Switch, so you could probably assume that I am 4 attacks or that I have Heat Wave and no HP Ice. He does not know that, so right now I feel like against his team, if I go into Pinch Me, that baits in the Victini. If I go into the Wheel, Kyurem Black comes out. If I go into, I think Victini comes out if I go into Dead Hype as well. I can figure out if he's Scarf Kyurem though. I want to see if he's Choice Scarf Kyurem Black, because that could be an issue. So I'm going to send him my Latios and see what his switch into this is. If it's Sylveon, we know he's not Scarf Kyurem. Well, at least that's what I'm going to assume then. And if he switches into Kyurem, then I know it's Choice Scarf, so we're getting some information on this play. Let's see, what does he want to switch into? He's thinking here, so I'm thinking it's not Choice Scarf Kyurem. Premium, what's that? That's the Scizor. I could have expected that. I have this moveset. He's probably going to U-turn. Well, obviously he's going to U-turn. So what do I want to come in? That's the question. What do I have on you again? Let's see. I'm gonna go into the Wheel. Because in comes Kyurem then, just to break the Sturdy, and then Ice Beam me to all hell and back and see how that goes. So let's see, just get rid of all the notifications. So he's gonna Mega Evolve here. He is Mega Scizor, which is cool. That is pretty cool. Let's see, what does he do? Premium, he's gonna go for the U-turn. Of course he's gonna do that. That makes sense. Now I'm thinking that the Kyurem comes out. That makes the most sense to me. So he's gonna keep up the pressure right here. He's gonna take the offensive pressure, and I need to get my rocks up at some point. I feel like the Ice Beam is too obvious, but you've seen that I like to switch a lot, so he might go for the HP Fire. But I'm gonna go for the safe play here and switch into Scizor, which is a resist to his Ice Beam. It's a resist to his Dragon move. So if he goes to the HP Fire, that's an excellent play by my opponent. But I think he's just gonna go for the Ice Beam and try to take me out. So let's see what he does. He goes for the Substitute. Oh, that's a problem. No. We cannot allow you to do that. That is not okay. So I'm thinking here that I want to Bullet Punch just to break that sub, and then see what his play is from there. It probably is HP Fire, but that's an excellent play my opponent right there, setting up a sub in my face like that. As an excellent play. He's going to go for the Hidden Power Fire like I expected, and that's probably going to take Scizor out. And that sucks! That's a beautiful set right there. That's a great set. Leftovers with, well, Oh, it's not even leftovers. I wonder what it is. But I mean, this means that I can switch into Bianca again. I can switch into Bianca pretty safely. And against this team, he has a Sylveon, so he definitely has a Draco switch in. I could set up a Calm Mind, but that is also very risky. And Scizor is probably going to come out anyway, so I think I just want some damage. So I'm going to go for the... Do I go for the Draco on this thing? Do I risk it, or do I start playing on the backhand now, since I'm really in a worse position than my opponent? So I'm thinking I should go for the Psychic, expecting the Sylveon, but I could also drop a Draco, but then if he switched into like Scizor or Sylveon, that would suck. I think I'm just going to click the... Like, my opponent's not really switch heavy, so I'm going to click the Draco Meteor button. He does in fact switch out. If he switches into Scizor, I do get the most out of my attack, and this is in fact the Scizor, so I do not regret. Let's get that Mega Evolution pop, and look at Latias. This is a beautiful specimen right here. She is gorgeous. Look at that color too. Too bad they fucked up the shiny. So let's see, we're gonna drop a Draco right here, and look how beautiful this animation is. I love the Draco Meteor. That's just, it's beautiful. It does like 25%, so I'm gonna assume that he's the bulky SD set. So he could freely set up a Swords Dance on me right here. But I'm gonna switch into Volcanion on this man right here. So let's see. What does he do here? Is he gonna U-turn? Yep. U-turn is his play. His switch in is probably Victini, I would think. Maybe the Breloom to Spore. Could possibly be the Breloom, I do not know. It's either Breloom or Victini coming in here at least. It's not Sylveon and it's not Kyurem. Kyurem doesn't make sense to switch into a Volcanion. Breloom has its niches because Spore, and Victini could be the Bandit set with Bolt Strike. And if he goes for a Bolt Strike, then I'm obviously gonna die. But then again, I have the Dawn Fan, so he might click the Blue Flare, maybe trying to predict something. I do not know, but Skirmish, that sounds like a Breloom name. And Breloom it indeed is. And expecting the Spore right here, I'm going to switch into Maribel. Maribel is my switch into this thing, 100%. Especially now that I am paralyzed, so he can see what I'm going to do. He goes for the Rock Tomb, very interesting play on my opponent's part, and that does so much damage. Too bad we're specially defensive. It's very unfortunate that we're Spadef on our Maribel. I'm gonna put this down. Go. Probably just going to... He doesn't have an electric type anymore, so I can T-Wave anything. But I could also Moonlight on this thing, because Rock Tomb hurts. Bullet Seed is probably gonna take me out. But I am going to... Yeah, I'm gonna Moonlight. If he gets 2 Bullet Seeds, I think I can live. Yeah, I can live if he only lands 2. He gets 3, that is very unfortunate, but of course that is chances. I think it's a very low chance of getting 2, but knowing me, if I was that Breloom, I'd probably just get 2. But since he took out my, I think he might be Sash. He might be Sash Breloom. And if that's the case, I'm just gonna click the Psychic. I want to break that Sash. He might not be, who knows. He's going to switch in here into Premium, as he always do. This is his play, 110%. He is bulky, of course, so he does go after me. And if he switches into... I think I outspeed... With Latias, I outspeed everything on his team. So I'm going to make a risky play and click Calm Mind as he U-turns on me. Because I think he's going to U-turn here into something. I don't know what he's going to U-turn into, but I'm going to set up a Calm Mind as he switches out. I'm hoping I can take this because I do have a lot of defense investments in this. I do in fact take it, and I can recover on anything. I can also attack anything freely right now. That was a bit of a risky play, and I'm in range of a second U-turn. So I definitely made a little bit of a risk right there. He switches into Sweet, which is the Sylveon. It could be Specs, which is a bit of an issue, but I can recover on this thing. If it's Scarf, that... Oh my god, he's Choice Scarf Heartbeat Beam. If I can take this. Nah, no chance. Beautiful thumbnail. Thank you, Bidoof. That is an absolutely amazing play. That's beautiful right there. I definitely appreciate a play like that. I think I'm going to use this turn. I could use it to roost, but at the same time, I feel like getting off my rocks late game is going to be very helpful on my end. So if I can just set up my stealth rocks right here, that would be lovely. Since he must recharge, I'm obviously going to die to another hyper beam. Damn, that is beautiful. That is absolutely hilarious. I love that. That is great. So if he's going to hyper beam, I think my dead hype can take that. I'm pretty sure the dead hype can take that. I want to preserve Donphan just a little bit because it does do damage to Victini. I have Ice Shard for the I do have Ice Shard for the Breloom, and I mean, Earthquake still does good damage to the Scizor. So he's gonna stay in and click the Hyper Beam again. This is this is hilarious. I'm sorry. This man makes me smile. This is a beautiful set right here. Choice Scarf, Hyper Beam, Sylveon. I can't do anything but applaud you, man. I would, but my hands are occupied. But that is some crazy shit right there. I love that. His Scizor is still alive, so I can't Sludge. Well, I am Assault Vested, so I could Sludge Wave right now. Sludge Wave, hold on. Sludge Wave is base 95, which will be 190 power on him, while Steam Eruption is Stab 110, who gets the 55 boost, 165. So I'm just going to Sludge Wave the Sylveon right here, see how much it does. He needs to recharge, of course, and I think he's going to switch out on the following turn. So let's see how much that does. Oh, that does a clean chunk right there. That is beautiful damage. I'm just going to click Steam Eruption right here. He might stay and click another Hyper Beam. If he does, that's just incredible. If he switches out, that's what I'm expecting. Probably into Scizor, expecting me to be choiced in some manner. Unless he's calculating out the damage to see, oh, this man is Assault Vested, so he can take 2 and then expect me to do something. And in case, yeah, you know, the Volcanion hype is kind of dead. I've used it once before in an OU team, but Volcanion is really solid with its typing and, of course, the Water Absorb ability, and its stat distribution is really good. He is going to withdraw, that is beautiful. What is he switching into? He's switching into Real Raymond. Is that the Victini? Oh, that's the Victini. Come on, Volcanion, get your spectacles on. Yes! Land that Steam Eruption, that modest Steam Eruption on the Victini, and boom. Huge threat out of the way. Critical hit. Oh, that's just salt in the wound. I am sorry about that. I don't think it mattered, but you know, just the extra salt in the wound right there. This has been a quite good battle. I like this. Kyurem comes in, takes 50% from the Stealth Rocks, proving that he has an even number HP stat, which is kind of unfortunate on my opponent's part, of course. He probably has the Fusion Bolt or Bolt Strike, and if he does, I mean, I can't risk him setting up a substitute. That would just be very unfortunate on my end. He is, of course, normally special attacker. He has Earth Power probably, and that's what he wants to click. I could go into Zapdos expecting that. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go into Zapdos expecting the Earth Power. Because he still has a lot of momentum on me. So I'm going to Voltaire here as he goes for the Earth Power. It's a great play on my end right here. I feel like he is going to Ice Beam, and I don't know how well I can take that when I drop my Flying typing. If he predicts me to go for Roost right here, that's a very good play on my opponent's part, of course. We are down 4-3, and Bidoof is playing really well. That Rotom in the end, I just played poorly around it. And I'm really enjoying this battle though, so let's see. What does he do? What does my opponent do? Does he Ice Beam? He does in fact Ice Beam, so let's see how well in defensive or offensive Zapdos takes that. Not well at all. We lost more HP than we gained. So I'm thinking that our play right here, we have 2 Life Orb hits in us. I'm thinking the best play is just a Thunderbolt, see how much damage we can get off, and then go into Donphan. So I am going to T-Bolt my opponent here, see how much it does. It does 25%. So I think we put him out of substitute range. So he's going to click the Ice Beam right here and take down Voltaire, which is really unfortunate. He might think that Scizor is really safe right now, which it might actually be. I do have my Volcanion left, which means that the Scizor can't really do a lot, but he does have that full HP Breloom, which I think wins him the game at this point. But I am going to Ice Shard here, see how much it does to this Kyurem. Let's see how much Da Wheel can do. Can you take him out? Nah, unfortunate. I think my opponent here is just going to win with the Kyurem. Kyurem Black is always such a tricky opponent for me. I mean, look at the MPL battle against Cypher. Just Choice Scarf Kyurem just destroyed my life. And we know he has Earth Power, and Earth Power is probably going to take me out. I think he might be Expert Belt. Expert Belt Kyurem is what it looks like to me. I mean, screw it. Let's just use, I don't know, Fire Blast in case he for some reason wants to switch. That would be hilarious though if he decides to switch. Now he's gonna go for the Earth Power, of course, and finish me off with that. Let's see how much the Earth Power does, and I live. I sacked off so many mons. Oh, I think that was a roll though. But Kyurem does go down. Now he can just switch into Scizor if he wants to. He can switch into the... Oh, it's a 2-1, is it? Yeah, he can switch into Scizor or Breloom. If he wants to be funny, he goes into Scrimmage, goes for the Bullet Seed, or he goes for the Spore just to prolong the battle by 1 turn, just to be funny. I kind of hope he does that just for the jokes of it, but if he doesn't, that's whatever too. If he just clicks Mach Punch or Bullet Seed, I'm not upset. This was a really good battle. He goes for the Mach Punch and takes out my Volcanion right there. That would have been hilarious if I lived. He gets the crit, Salt in the Wound just like the Victini, but that has been an absolutely great battle. Thank you so much, Bidoof. And of course to you guys, if you guys enjoyed, hit that like button down below. Your support is greatly appreciated, and live Wi-Fi battles are back. So thank you guys so much for watching this battle. Make sure to check out Bidoof down in the down in the description with his YouTube link and his Twitter. Give that man a follow. Subscribe to him as well if he has a channel, of course. And yeah, so we'll do a couple of matches with this team. I'll also do a little guest appearance on a friend of mine's channel, Turbo Blaze IV, or Turbo Blaze 4. That would be IV. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be 4. Turbo Blaze 4. Since he's out of town and he helped me build this team, I'm going to go over to his channel and do 1 battle for him. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace!